Okay, welcome to part 4. We'll see if we can make this the 4th and final installment. There aren't that many left. You've seen most of them if you've seen the first 3. I mean, like this, you've seen this. You know what this is. I don't even need to put a magnifying glass in front of it. But just in case, for those of you who are new, this is a Santa Monica transit bus token. See? Anyway, let's see. So I'm just gonna move through and say what they are. Santa Monica, and I'll stop if it's something unusual. This is a 5. I want to know what that is. Jiao. I'm gonna assume that's correct. Jiao is what you say when you want a little kid or an animal to go away. In Hindi, you say jiao. But it seems to also double as a word for Chinese scent. So this is a gold-colored 5 jiao. We'll put that right there. I tried. Didn't work. This is a 10 rupee piece. We'll put it on the 10 rupee piece pile. See, we're moving at a much brisker pace. This seems to me to be a 20 something. 20 of what? 1985 Helvetica Confederatio. I don't know what this is. Wow, I'm stumped. I'd have to go on the internet. It's got like a laurel wreath and a 20. And then it says Helvetica. It says Confederatio Helvetica. I'm going to assume it's Greek, because I can't imagine what else it could be. All it says is 20. It doesn't give any clues. There's no year. 20 of something. Oh, 1985. Confederatio Helvetica. Is that like how to say Greece in Greek? Let me know, folks. It's in Latin letters. I'll put it over here with the Prussian on the Russian coin. Here we've got a 20 Pez. You remember? 20 Paise. It's an old from old times in India, like probably 1970s or 80s. 85. Yeah. See, maybe as we part, I can show you just sort of a nice shot. These are the old Indian coins, not the new Indian coins, the old Indian coins. I mostly, for the most part, have one of each, or sometimes 2 of each of these old ones, just to have one to be able to like look at it and, you know, can you see? Sorry. So that's the old 1985 Indian coins. Excuse me. So here's, yeah, that's where that goes. Here next to Nepal. Alright. Swiftly. Here's the guy from Thailand. I think he's the king. I think there's stories about him. You can look up on YouTube if you want a little entertainment. One of these tiny things. But this one is not nearly as shiny. I kind of want to examine this for a second. See, these seem to all be the same thing. But one of these, like, it doesn't even feel like metal. It's like counterfeit, or it feels like it. I guess, no, it feels like plastic, to be honest. Is this for real? Okay, well, it's a different markings on it, but I think it's got the same value, which is to say not a whole lot. 1 jiao. As far as I can tell, unless it's something else. It looks to me like Chinese, but then what do I know? But I haven't been to Korea. It doesn't look like Korean. I don't think, anyway. I guess it could be Japanese? No, I don't think they'd have plastic coins there. Well, anyway, I don't know what that is. Actually, these little 1 jiao coins feel like somehow a combination of metal and plastic. Like I said, it feels like a watch battery. Alright, what do we have here? It looks like a leaping... See? Can you see that? A leaping large cat of some kind. 25 cents, it says. 1967 Canada. Okay, so this is old Lizzie, Queen Lizard Majesty. They say Elizabeth is like Lizard Majesty. That's what I've heard anyway. So we've seem to have one of each of those. And this is a yuan. You've seen that already. What's this guy? This guy looks a little... King, Emperor George, half-cent India. Old India. Tiny. Half a penny. I mean, so there's old India and there's old India. Some of these old ones are from 85, but some of them have King George on them. Alright. There's another one of these. Yeah, it's a 5 Pez. 5, I think, did we see one of those? Let's see. There's like these, in the old Indian, there's like these colored ones. Yeah, we saw these ones before, these ones here. So, there's these old copper ones, and then this is just, I don't know, not in use anymore. Is it a 1/10 of a rupee or what? I don't know. So, just for the sake of, I don't know, you know, I mean, at the end, am I just going to throw all these back in a pile anyway? So it's like, what's the point of organizing them? I mean, what am I going to put them on display? Like, people come over, guests, and they're like, oh, this is my coin collection. I don't know. It's nice to know where some of these are. Like, for example, that two-headed quarter and that 1961 quarter. Keep those in a special place. So see, these are kind of their own. Can you see that at all? Let me see. Their own thing. 1985-ish Indian. I just got these from the same guy that gave us our... We got a bunch of old Portuguese furniture restored. So yeah, there's these ones. See how the sound is... It's sort of reminiscent of a penny, but bigger. I mean, you know, not this penny, but... Alright, we were going to move more swiftly, weren't we? Oh boy. Alright. More swiftness, that is yuan. These are all 10ths of yuan. What are you on? Sorry, that joke is probably old now. I think I've used it at least 500,000 times in this series. So hey, drop me a line below and let me know the answer to whatever question that you were expecting me to ask just then. And based on your answer, I'll try to guess what the question was. Another yuan. Santa Monica bus in my right hand, 50 euro cents. You know, I don't know if this is like a touchy subject for anyone, but when I was young, I don't know why there was like, I think because not you know, people talk about boomers now. But back when I was young, the Gen Xers were the age that the Zoomers are now, so it wasn't about the boomers. They were our cool parents. It was more about the silent generation and the greatest generation and all these generations, you know. And there was a term Eurotrash. Does that ring a bell for anybody? I don't even know what they were talking about. Were they talking about punks? The punk movement? I really don't know. But then years later, decades later, the Euro came out. But I have to admit that because of my old rusty brain, this is 20 cents, Euro cents. Whenever I hear someone talk about the Euro, I'm kind of like some small percentage of me is expecting the word trash to come after it, you know? I mean, and that's nothing against Europe. I mean, I'm just letting you know that's a thing that exists in my brain, and I don't know why. But I take no responsibility for it whatsoever because it was put there against my will. These are both yuan. This looks like Lady Liz, 20 pence, regular British, regular, like as in not 1971, not before 1971. This, gaze upon it, gaze upon the restroom token. No cash value, please help keep our restrooms clean. Because you should. What did I do? Do you remember what I did with, well, hopefully oh yeah, the special quarters are in the quarter pile. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I will keep these on display somewhere. And not somewhere where it's like, first thing people see. Like in the north is where I keep the earth-related stuff. There's a Lakshmi shrine there. So, maybe, I don't know, I've already got crystals and stones and small trains over there. But they're my grandpa's trains, and a lot of these are my grandpa's coins. See, this is the one I was telling you about in an earlier video. It doesn't say 50 pence. It says 50 new pence. See, it's 50 at the bottom and new pence written around the edge. And, see, it's a little bit bigger. Same lady, but this one down here says, written in letters at the top, 50 cents. Can you see that? Or pence. 50 pence. And this one says new pence with the letters 50. So this was like more shortly after the switch over to the decimal system. So they were saying new pence, you know, the new one, because it was new. But then after 30 some odd years, no need to call it new anymore, I guess. That's the moral of the story. Santa Monica bus. And this is one franc. See with these franc, you know how some of those video games were like a total rip-off. They were like supposed to be like better or whatever just because you're sitting inside of something that's making it seem like you're on a motorcycle or whatever, so they'd charge 75 cents instead of 25 cents. So in France, they would charge 1 franc, and then for those other games, they might charge 3 of these. So, hey kid, go have a ball, have a blast. I don't want to break the fourth wall, because then I'll have to borrow my wife's. She has one just like it, but with a slightly different colored handle. Anyway. Okay. This is good old Thai guy, Your Majesty. This one is Elizabeth on one side and some kind of animal on the other, which means it's probably Canadian. Let's take a look. Yes, Canada, and it's like a duck. You see, Canada dollar. Cool. Coolio. What year? 1990. Maybe I picked this up when I was up in Canada one of those times in the late 90s or the early aughts. Where do we keep our Canadian? Oh yeah, on top of the stupid necklace. Here's another, 20 Pez. We already saw this one. This is relatively new-ish India. Here we have, trying to pick up the pace a little bit, play value. Oh, how nice! It's the Showbiz Pizza coin. Oh, do any of you remember Showbiz Pizza before Chuck E. Cheese's? Chuck E. Cheese's bought out. There was probably some scandal. I don't know. I was too young to know what was going on. But there's Showbiz Pizza. So when I was 3 or 4 years old, I got on my tricycle. I used to drive around the house and say, hey, Mom, I'm going to go to McDonald's. And I'd go talk to the window and say, hey, give me a burger, right? So one day, I said, I'm going to go to Showbiz Pizza. And she said, okay, ask your father. And I asked him, he said, ask your mother. And she said, it's okay. And, well, she says it's okay. So I got on my tricycle and I started running down the hill, away from the house, on my way to Showbiz Pizza. And then I realized I didn't have any money. So this jogger lady, was like, are you okay? Seeing a 4-year-old on a tricycle far from any house or adult. And I said, I was on my way to Showbiz Pizza, but I just realized I don't have any money. So I won't be able to convert that money to these bad boys, these tokens. So these are my non-Disney. See, the Tron ones, they're like imitation in a sense, because in 2011 they simulated the experience of living back when you actually used these. So these are the real thing. These are from the 80s. These are from 2011, made in 2011. Nothing to do with the 80s except for nostalgia. So they look the same, but they're not the same. And each of these has its own type and story. These have grooves on them because some some arcades decided just to keep you from being able to use your quarters, because they wanted you to use the machine, because there was a chance you would run out of ones and you'd have to use your 5s and then your 20s, or maybe not 20s, but you'd have to put so much money in there that it would convert it to these tokens. They've definitely got your money, but if it converts it to quarters, you could walk out with quarters. A person could go in there and convert all their money to quarters just to use the telephone, So they used to come up with all kinds of ways to get your money and make it so you could play video games, which is all just sort of like nowadays with, all our PCs and the internet as it is and everything. Here's another so-called buffalo nickel. I didn't name it. It has a buffalo on it, in my defense. There's a First Nations executive officer of some kind. This is a mammal. No, this is a buffalo. We have buffalo here in India too, and we have Indians. Anyway, so this goes with the old U.S. stuff with this gold dollar that from California that some lovely person put a hole in to make into a necklace. We all love them so much, don't we? Oh, what is this? This looks like it might be a little different. Nope, it's French. It's 50 French centimes. Do they pronounce the S in centimes, or is it just centime? This is 20 euro cents, not trash. Gotta watch out for that. Here's another one of these. Here's some denomination of French franc centime that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, I'll show you that one in a second. This is a 10 centime piece. It's small, you can see, relative to my hand. Like a... Oh, thunder? Yeah. How fun! It's not even dark yet. Oh, we're gonna have rain. if you've been watching all these and you have no idea who or where I am, oh, well, I mentioned that I'm in India, but we're in Goa. It's on the west coast of, like, toward the south, so it's a bit tropical. It's tropical biome, but tropical with a beach, sort of a party town. Used to be a Portuguese colony. I recommend it if you have the opportunity. Anyway, so this is 10 of these French centimes. Okay, moving right along. This is a Thai thing. I don't know what it's called. This one and this one and this one are all jiao. And I'm gonna put them all in one hand so that they can jiao, as in the Hindi word for go. And by go, I mean go in their pile. Okay, I'm just moving right along. Sorry if this is boring. So we got some real. Why do I keep saying that? Is China moving in on Brazil and I'm subconsciously picking up on it, or what? Probably. Well, anyway, this isn't about geopolitics. It's about my coin collection. Here's the yuan pile. Put yuan, the yuan. Oh, here's another obviously Canadian one. See if you can spot the Canadianness. Can you spot it? It's the antlers. Canada, 1940, 25, King George. 1940, yeah, okay, so yeah, Queen Elizabeth came around later, didn't she? She's a character as well as a human. She's a character in my story, but she's meant to be a parallel. So it's 1947, Roswell, and the alien in this parallel world doesn't crash because they didn't have all the nuclear war. What do we have here? Here, I'll let you see first. I'm gonna just sort these. So this is looks like a pence, 2 pence piece, modern British. Why do I have Canadian on my British? Don't know. And so she's 21 when the alien lands. Oh, it's another regular old quarter. I have more than one regular old quarter. See? What year is that? In God We Trust. 1916, or rather, 2016. Okay, put that here. Now I've got a special quarter, a two-headed quarter. I've got the silver quarter, the two-headed quarter, and 2 regular quarters. I'm pretty stoked about that. I have $1 in quarters. 2 of which I would never spend, and 2 why I would never have the opportunity to spend. Unless they were the only thing I had. Never mind. It's just like not worth going into the hypothetical scenario. Here's one of those ones where it's like there's the number 1, and then just in case there's a guy showing one finger. 1. Just 1. Put that here. Modern India. Sort it later. Trying to move swiftly. Okay. Oh, what's this? This is another. No, this is from the Bahamas, but it looks like the same shape and size, and it's a quarter. I think this is a Bahamas quarter, 25 cents. It's got a boat on it on one side. So check out, if you've got taco, toward the end, there's a poem called Bahama Song. Once there was a little boy. We'll put that here with the... There's also on the Gwydion YouTube, not on the main page, but under videos, you'd have to scroll and search for it. Maybe it's under there, but it's what's it called? Gosh, it's a picture of Catcher in the Rye with the red hat and tile and a tape. And I've forgotten the name of the video itself. Alright. So that was all from 91. Canadian. So many Canadian things. Alright. I'm determined to get through all this in this part, so I'm going to start moving quickly again. This is a Flynn's Arcade coin. You've seen those in previous videos. This is a restroom token. You can take my word for it. How long ago did you stop? I don't know. You guys missed a few things, but it wasn't really anything. There was nothing new. Just me putting things places. The camera stopped and I didn't realize it, so there you go. What do we have here? Here we have 2 Jiao, 1/100th of a yuan, and here we have someone who looks a little bit Thai, and that's the first one that's that small that we've seen. Apparently I don't have very many of these, and that's cool. Okay, so I'll stick it here next to the other Thai stuff. Remember, this one's from Singapore. So yeah, and this penny to the pound thing, I think we can just say turned out to, you know, the excuse to make this video turned out to be a failure in the sense of like win or lose, but I don't know. Did you enjoy? Have you been enjoying yourself? It's not over yet. Here's one of these ones that I think are still in circulation in China. This is a nice shiny new gold colored 5 rupee piece. This one is a 5 Jiao. Here we have a Mexican 5 something. It's old. Check it out. It looks a little bit like the Mayan calendar, like the style around the edge. Can you see that? Pretty cool. It's old. It's got a bird on it. Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Does it have a year? I think that says 19 something 0. Oh, that narrows it down. 1940. 5 centavos. Really nice. Gosh. I feel like I should set this one aside. Maybe that's what I can glean from this, is there's a few of these that I should like have in a special place, like not just kind of in a pile of coins or in a bucket of coins or whatever. Where did we keep our Mexican coins? Do you remember? Brazil is here. Did I do it that way? Mexico near Brazil? No. Where is Mexico? Hey. Is this Mexico? No, that's Canada. This is New Britain. This is Bahamas. This is Mexico. Okay, so this is what, if you wanted to know, well, this is older. Yeah, coins in Mexico. I don't have many of them, but I have a few. What do we have here? This is a regular old 5, not so shiny rupee piece. This is a one of these Thai guys. So I see the Thai situation here. Maybe I can do a close-up at the end of everything. Here's one of those 5 rupee. Let's see what the 3. Let's see, it's got a 5 on it, and then it's got the 3 lions, and it's kind of thick and heavy. Feels a little bit like a pound. Not quite as thick as a pound, but it has kind of a similar. There's a pound. See? There's another one that feels kind of like a pound. Somewhere in here. Do you hear the thunder too? Got a lot of these 5s. Does this match anything? Yeah, I can already tell it's the Thai one. And as is this. See, toward the end you start to move more swiftly. This is Nepali. This one has an animal on it, so you know what that means. Which country is famous for animals? That's right, Canada. Canada, the one with the animals. These two are a 2 and a yuan. I mean, by 2, it's a 2 rupee piece and a yuan. So what are you... I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let it get that far. 5 regular old... I don't think we've seen 5 like modern British pennies. It's very small. Yeah, there's definitely... That's the first one that we've seen. And here's one of these 1/100ths of a yuan, or a jiao, as it were. Alright, we're going to go lightning speed, and I'm just going to get rid of a whole bunch of these. This is a 50-cent piece from where? Does it say Singapore? Yes, that means it's from Singapore. And that means you already saw one. The thunder's nice, isn't it? So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, this isn't obviously the best coin collection video, but you sat through what, 3.5 hours? Why? Were you like unable to reach the keyboard, or let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. You know, it's just my humble collection. I'm not boasting it as being oh, I have a rare, one of a kind. No, not really. If I do, I'd be surprised. This is just what I happen to have. Not like an avid coin collector, but I do happen to have these coins. And when I shifted from California, I made, you know, I went to the trouble of packing them up and all that. Let's see, 50 what? Singapore. Oh yeah, these feel a little bit like a pound too. So the two that remind me of a pound are one of the 5 rupee ones. And again, there's 3 5 rupee ones. There's the shiny gold one, the less shiny, less gold one, and that's smaller, and the one that's the same diameter as the smaller of those 2 5s, but it's a little thicker, and it's, I don't know what metal that is, but it's a little thicker, so it's reminiscent of a pound, but it's not quite as thick as a pound. So I like them. I just like the way they feel. Yeah, I could call it ASMR. ASMR coin. Listen to my coins. Do you hear them? Sorry. This is a Canadian, because it has a buffalo on it. I don't know. Is it a rat? Why? Is it? Yeah, it's a 5 cent. It's a beaver. It's a beaver on a 2007 Canadian 5-cent piece, and also a jiao. Okay, it's 5 jiao, 1 jiao, 1 jiao. Do I need a new pile of jiao? I already have a new pile of jiao. Here's some jiao. Here's another jiao. Okay. Here's another jiao. Okay, moving along. These are nice. Oh yeah, these are the tinier. I think these are new. I think this is the newest 1 rupee piece. It's shiny, it's small, and it's silver. And the newer of the 5-cent rupee pieces are shiny, bigger, and yeah. So this is, I think, the newest of the rupees. The rest of them are in circulation, but they're like not new. What, baby? Should we go outside? Alright. I thought this would be the last one, but it's not. It's the fourth and second to last of these coin videos. I'm going to go outside and enjoy the thunder. Here's another one of these arcade ones with the groove that we talked about before in the last one. Okay, so we'll pick up where we left off next time, but I'm going to probably move this somewhere, and because I want to set up these chairs the way they were before, because normally they're set up so we can sit and watch a movie here on the big screen. But I've been sacrificing that for the past few days for this silly project. You shouldn't feel guilty, you know, I did it. It was my choice, you know, for my own reasons. And if you enjoy it, then, you know, that's good. That's like a bonus. So we'll go through these last few next time in part 5. Until then, I hope you're doing well, and I'll recommend a video for you. That video right there. Try it. Check it out.